if this is working. Hello, world of places I send videos to. And what's the guy gotta do to change the title on his broadcast? It still says the same thing. Wow, DJ, you got in here fast. Ready. I assume you mean for top 8. I mean, it is what it is. It will be great, it will be bad. I haven't played like all week. I don't feel ready, but I don't think there's anything I can necessarily do about it, you know? Why can't I change the title of my broadcast? Maybe somebody knows these things? I don't know. I bet. Whatever. Does anybody hear this stuff? Does anybody hear this stuff? I don't know. Like, I'm trying to watch my own channel to see if people are watching and chatting and such, and all I can watch are ads. So that's something. What the heck is going on with this game? Fortunately, it's a never-changing format. Format never freaking changes. So it doesn't matter what's going on with this game. Okay. Guess what? I get to watch more ads on my own channel, trying to get to start, and it just keeps freezing up. That's fun. Looks like a pretty cool game, not that I'll play it, because I only play duels. I bought a very expensive paperweight of an Xbox One to play duels. And I did to play in this tourney, of which we are now to the top 8, so the end is kind of in sight. Wonder what I'll do with this thing after that. I mean, maybe the update will be absolutely amazing. Well, look at that. I'm getting messages already from the Beast. He wants to know if we want to play right now. Hey, I mean, the Twitch is up. I mean, I could play, I guess. And now Gemini, geez, oh Pete's, I can't do anything without getting attention. Hey, guys. But I guess that's the way it goes. I just want to remember how to play this game. Okay. Welcome back. You get some goblins. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see what happens here. Gotta send out my affections to my good friends who want to message me, but I gotta let them know I got streaming to do over here. You know, the people need their videos as it is. I mean, my goodness, I've never received so many nice messages. You know, people saying, "Hey, I like your videos." please don't stop making videos. To which I'm like, I had to work, you know? This could be a confusing topic about me, I admit. I do have a job. I do have a life and such. It just doesn't really kick into high gear except a few times a year, and this is one of those times. It is one of those times. This time of year is the busy season where I'm running around this amazing country of ours trying to procure products for the rest of the year, going to trade shows, talking to people, the kind of stuff I really don't actually enjoy, to be honest. It's not for me, but, you know, it's part of the job. And, yeah. So I can't let that thing get enchanted. Try to remember how to play magic over here. So we're just gonna blow that up. And put another one of these out and proceed to flood out like crazy. I think I got a blue. Yeah, I got a blue. Dual colored boundary doesn't deck across from me. Yes, the Xbox meta at its finest, as always. As always. Nice to see you, Nighthawk. I hope you're doing well. Gosh, it's been a week. It feels like a long time. Okay. So Beast just wants to play now. Okay, we play in 10. Okay, we play then. Alright. Probably going to be disappointing here. Well, you guys came around the right time. Looks like Beast just wants to play his match and get it done. So, yeah, I guess we're gonna do that. Let me just set this up. Look at my deck, make sure I didn't ruin anything. Is this the deck I registered? Yep, that's it. That's the one. Big, mean ramp deck. And let's put that up front so I don't forget. Hit that, delete that. Beast, it keeps... Beast is trying to stream, I guess. Battle a friend. They can't hear me. Maybe now they'll hear me. Yeah, so if Nighthawk, if you would be so kind, will you just put a link in the Xbox thread saying that Beast and I are about to play? Put my channel up there so people can watch if they want to. I would appreciate it, sir, if you would be so kind. Just asking a favor. And I'm going to try to get a tweet put out here really quick. Man, Linking is so much harder here without, let's see. Linking is so much harder. On an iPad than on a computer. Let me see if I can link like this, maybe. Maybe this will work. Nope, that won't work. How about this? Copy. Paste. Yep, there we go. Now I've got to figure out the art of the hashtag. More old people stuff. Fighting with technology. It's incredible. Alright. Tweet! I tweeted! Oh my god, I tweeted! Alright. So now what? Well, I definitely have to remember to leave this open. I hate me for broadcasting now too. So Beast is laying the guilt trip all up on me. He's laying the guilt trip up on me. Says his family wants to go to the park and they're waiting for me. Okay. Can't be holding up families from going to the park. Alright. I don't have my setup. I don't got my usual stuff together. I was just gonna remember how to play. Ah, there's Beast. He's listening to me. I gotta turn him off. Just a second. Yep. Party for one over here so he can't hear me talk. And yeah, I don't have my chair. I don't remember how to push buttons. I don't know if this hand is good. Let's find out. And yeah, rock and roll, everybody. I guess this is live. I guess we're in the tourney. Let's do it. And so, I played 3 games of this matchup. Didn't prepare a lot. Not as much as I like to, you know? I know Beast has been very, like, shrug it off, kind of like, doesn't really like his matchup, but I don't know. Doesn't seem that bad to me. Can't get screwed out of green here. Because if I just fail to finish him, you know, fail to kill him, he'll draw more cards and he'll see, you know, pretty resilient threats. So when you're going to go big against ramp, going big's a good strategy. So everybody's like, this will be quick, this will be no problem. I don't think so. I think this will be tough. Now the question is, do I just get after him? I kind of think I'm the aggressor. There are targets for this, like Pilgrim's Eye and From Beyond. And he doesn't have sack effects, so I'm just gonna hang on to it. Never ran into that situation, but could come up, could be a thing. There are reasons. There are reasons. Let me find his deck list here. I'm not even set up, like I said. I mean, Jotty Offshoot's in his deck, and one of the only good things Jotty Offshoot can do is just block down a creature like this, so it would be total waste to play it and then run it into a Jotty. And he's doing tap land. The power of the tap land. And I'm doing not enough. That's for sure. So, if he hits me with a Moss here, it's probably game. There's not a lot I can do about that. If he hits me with a Woodland Wanderer, that's a pain. Yeah, it doesn't get green, so either. Let's see if he hits the second green Moss. What do you got, Beastie? What do you got? Yep, there's a Wanderer. That's a big game. That's a big game. Alrighty then. So. Don't think he has white yet. I don't see white. Oh. And the reason I'm worried about white is because of Angelic Edict. Which, if he has that this turn, it's like, yeah, GG. I probably kept too slow of a hand anyway. There's Spectrum. But... there's a Spectrum. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Well, he's taking all the time. Must be tough choices. Maybe he's consulting the wife. I hope he doesn't mind me giving him shit for that. And even if he does, I think it's funny, so I'm not backing down. Okay. Well, the rest of the turn is going to be about nuking that white source. But here's what we don't know. If he has an Edict, he's not going to want to trade, and he might let me have a 12/12. So let's see what we can do about this. He's going to take it, so he's got the Edict. So let's hope he doesn't have two white sources. That's pretty much our whole game now. But that's why we sequence it that way. It's really tempting to get the Vista to raise the power of my Radiant Flames in case I draw, but I need more red sources. Like, I'm really vulnerable to an Acid Moss right now. Need to make sure I keep my double reds. So let's see if he got two white sources. And let's see if he really kept like an Edict and a one white source type situation. Now, let me review here. Because I don't know if I have anything whatsoever that can block. There are a few things. There's a few things that Gate Creeper can block. It can block Green Warden, and it can chump block a Gideon and have more effect. Oblivion Sower's one. There's Nissa. Okay. Looks like he doesn't have the white, so that's going well. And yeah. He's in bind now, isn't he? Okay. Okay. So, I think he wants to block with Nissa. Let's force him to block with Wanderer. Man, Outland Colossus has just been a boss for me this whole event. And I know there are people cutting them from decks, but man, the ability to just get on the board with something that pretty much has to be chump blocked or die from the minute it's out there has made a really big difference. I mean, he's just been a house. He can go the distance, right? Well, let's see if Beast comes up with that white mana and that Angelic Edict that I think he has. He's got Acid Moss. That will go get it for him, but, you know, I'm ready. I'm ready. Now, there's his white. But that's not going to matter. Is he conceding? He's not dead yet. I mean, he is, but he isn't. Made me wonder if he's sniping me here or something. Alright. So, game 1 in the bag. Come on, get me out of here. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna try to launch his invite from within the game because I've done that a few times and it's like locked up my game. So, oh. There we go. Frickin' Xbox, man. Still not quite used to it. It is what it is. Game 2. Coming right up. So he had the Wanderer. I think he was banking on that Edict. I'll have to watch his side to be sure, but I think we played it well to get him to let our Colossus get big rather than trade with the Wanderer. And it worked out. I think he really, I don't know. I'd have to guess that he was gambling on getting to cast Edict next turn. I have to think so. You guys who might be double twitching, maybe you know already. Maybe you can put that in comments or something, which I'll check out later. I've got the app open behind me. That's not very good. That's slow. That's better, I think. Maybe. We'll see. This is hilarious. Let's see what we can do here. Against a 5-color deck. Oh no. And I drew the Pilgrimage, so he can't moss me out. Oh no. Well, if he has that Wanderer draw and he's on the play, I'm just gonna lose to the Wanderer. But if he doesn't, this is gonna be crazy. He might be having mana issues if he's playing Forest and no Gate Creeper or anything like that. Oh wait, he doesn't have Gate Creeper, but it's just an interesting play on turn 2 with the Forest. And nothing. Oh my goodness. This. Oh man. Well, let's see what happens. Rev up your engines out there if you hate Acid Moss, you know. Start your complaining now. Alrighty. Hey, to start your engines, I hear 'em gearing up. People talk so much. Oh, he's got it! He's the man. He's the man. He's got it. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Race is on. So 4-turn clock. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we're definitely going to do this turn. You got it, though. Props to him. Right there. That's what we want. And we'll go get you, and we'll play you. He's gonna give us a run. He's had turn 4 Wanderer twice. Now let's see if he can ride it all the way. All the freaking way. Alright. 15. That's a good draw. I could deploy the From Beyond this turn, but I want to take his green mana away. Let's see. Does he have any way to deal, though? Yeah, it's white. So actually, no, I don't think I want to. I think I want to do this. Let me read this again. I don't think he has any way to deal. I thought he had Reclamation Sage, but that's like all my other opponents. The card has been in this so much. Yeah, let's get this out there. And start making guys. And let's get this out there and buy some more time. Haters start your engines, I hear 'em gearing up. People talk so much shit about me in barber shops, they forget to get their hair cut. Alright, well, getting jump blocks actually buys a turn because of the 5-5-5-5, so we're gonna do it. 12. Here we go. Here we go. And oh, did it. But do I do it now? I think I do. Or do I go to 7? I've got plenty of time to get my Moss power on. I think I get Gaia's Revenge out there. Now, which clock is quicker? 8, 8, then dead. I think I play a defensive Revenge. I think I do, because I've got inevitability with just the position the game's in. So I mean this is highly favorable either way. I just the way I and that's playing it defensive. Not that I really Magic, it's play so we're gonna yeah, here I don't blame him, but where that came from, dude. That's mad. Well, I feel for Beast. He had the Wanderer both games, which is probably his best chance. He didn't even stick around for the ult taking the balls. I mean, this is ramp. This is this deck. It's ridiculous. And when it's doing thing, there's not much to be just not done. Yep, the AI trade. So, I'm gonna off here. So, and our quarterfinals on a permanentless board. Frickin' sometimes ramp is just ramp, you guys. Sometimes it's just like that. It's like that sometimes. I mean, ridiculous. Life can be sometimes ridiculous. Hand in the air if you don't really care. One hand in the air if you don't really care. It's like sometimes it can be ridiculous. I'm falling while Donald Trump taking dollars from y'all. Mog above the law. Give a fuck about y'all. You got dogs who can eat a fucking hole through the wall. I've been listening to way vacation. Hand in the air if you don't really one hand in the air if you don't care. It's sometimes I mean life is sometimes ridiculous. Do alright. Picking up the chat. What's up here now? Hey. Oh, MegaBeast is over there in chat, dude. Yeah, I guess you can head to the park now, MegaBeast. I'm sorry, dude. That was mossy. That was mossy as it comes. I mean, Woodland Wanderer, turn 4 is... That's you can't ask for much better in his shoes. Moss is ridiculous. Moss is ridiculous. Alrighty, let's see what's up here. Not that much chat. Looks like not too many people are around. Just gonna read who's in here and see how you're doing. No singing. Yeah, not gonna happen. Sorry, it's me. Oh man. Let's see. Tournament match. The highway. Oh, Hakeem had to get out. That's too bad. Let's see. Hurry up. Sorry. Sleepy. Yep, sleepy as they come, dude. I've had a long week, but that's okay. Hey, Acid Moss, I'm just playing the spells in my hand. I built it this way. And yeah, it's hard to blame Beast for not trading the Wanderer for the Colossus there if he had the Edict. It did seem pretty clear that I didn't have Moss. I did have to draw it, but I mean, it is a risk. It's just a risk, and it's kind of too bad. In the case that if he had the Edict and he had the chance to block, that really sucks. And he even dug, you know, he played Brilliant Spectrum, so I thought his chances were good of having another white source to play the Edict anyway. But, man. So many mosses. So many mosses. I cashed! Whoa. I got some cash. Alrighty. Beast got some gold. You don't have to mine as much gold to play the next expansion, which will probably be pricey as hell. I think it's cool that the top 8 got anything. I mean, I never thought that I'd be playing a duels tournament with money involved until I contributed money to it. So it's cool that we have prizes. Yeah, man. Beast, I think I'm curious what Beast would have done differently with his deck. Maybe he's done that in a stream. Maybe he's talked about what he would have done differently, because it's definitely an interesting way to come up with a deck. The 4-drop spot is so crowded, which we've talked about. Not really picking on him. I think he knows that too, you know. I know we were talking about it a while back. I think he knows he runs a crowded 4. And if he had done it differently, I wonder what would be different about it. And I wonder how the matchup would go. Anyway, doesn't seem like too many people got... Yeah, 9 viewers. Hey guys, thanks for coming out. I'm still trying to get my swagger back. I haven't played enough Magic this week, and I've been missing it all week. I've been excited to get back in the tournament. I didn't think I'd have to dive right back in, but Beast wants to go to the park, so not gonna hold him up if I have any way to help that, you know. Gemini, you want to play? I owe you some games, Gemini. You played against my black-white deck. You gauntleted it, so I'll play you. Yeah. Invite me. Play whatever you want. If you want me to play something, let me know. I owe you some games. Prism Array is not that bad. I don't know if Beast is like being a troll or if he's joking, but every time I've run 5-color, I love Prism Array in that deck. Just not because it's amazing, but because it can be really fun. Between like Moss and Prism Array and like some other cards, you can build like a 5-color tempo deck that's pretty funny. And yeah, I don't think it's that bad. It's just the fact that you have to play 5 colors to do it, you know. If it got, say, 2 of those counters for every mana source, and you could play it in like 3 colors, it would be really good. But I still don't think I've ever figured out the scry. I'll throw some randoms right back at you, Gemini. Go ahead and invite me whenever you're ready, if you can hear this. I just want to play some random stuff. I'll play my 5-color deck that became a 4-color deck, which is the not racist, not black. Is a deck I really like if you're going to do multicolor ramp control, you know, beyond like the usual guilds and shards. And let's see. And we've got like some of my other faves going on in here that we can play. We'll have fun. Where you at, Gemini? Where you at? I'm gonna try inviting him in case he's inviting me and it's not getting to me for some crazy reason. Babs and DJ challenged you to play, huh, MegaBeast? And you built a Prism Array deck and it was cool. That's awesome. That really is. It's not my thing. I have a lot of trouble doing that when people say, you know, run this card, and that's not my favorite card. I have a hard time brewing around it, playing things that, you know, I'm not really into, so to speak. But if some people are better brewers, you know, better builders than I am on the spot, then that's great. I don't has the talent of building. I has the talent of tuning and just overworking myself to death. So I've been. A lot of people have wondered where I am. I've actually been really amazed. I got a stupid amount of YouTube messages. Some Twitch whispers, yeah, a whole bunch of people contacted me and saying, where are you? Please make videos. We like your videos, which was really nice and nice to hear. And it made me realize I didn't really tell many people what was up with me. So this is the time of year where my job actually has to get done. And oh my goodness, Gemini's sniping. This is funny. But yeah, this is the time of year where I actually have to go out and do some work. And I don't love doing the work. Not like I love sitting around playing Magic most of the day, but I've got a pretty sweet setup. I can go to a few conferences and spend a few weeks working really hard and not have to do that much. I mean, there's still some. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't only play Magic the rest of the year, but I don't have to do nearly as much the rest of the year. And so we just kind of got into that part of the year for me, where I have to be going off. I'm gonna hit this now just because I'm gonna talk, and when I talk, I sometimes forget what I'm doing. But yeah, so we got into that time of year where I have to go off to Vegas and I have to meet people and I have to pretty much spend several days at a time talking and working stuff out and getting things right. And then I get to come back and get back into Magic. So this was one of those weeks. This week was actually in Salt Lake City. And I was there just working on some stuff, some projects for the coming year and getting some strategies from some people about what I can do better. So this wasn't a trade show, it was a conference. And I did that pretty much. I left on Super Bowl Sunday, so I was actually flying while the game was on, which was pretty interesting. All the people on there trying to get scores and things like that from the ones who paid up for the Wi-Fi. So that was cool. I was there Sunday, and I came back, I think it was like Wednesday. It was either Wednesday or Thursday morning I came back. I can't even remember right now as I try to play Magic at the same time. And when I got back, I played like one round. I played a couple games with PP the other day, and then I headed out to do some other things. And I spent yesterday, Friday, with my wife. We were having our Valentine's Day because we won't be around on Valentine's Day. We'll be traveling again. So we went and we saw Deadpool. And we also saw Zoolander 2 on the same day because I'm old and Zoolander was like a major movie in my life once upon a billion years ago. And it was fun. Those movies were okay. It was kind of a blizzard. The weather here has been bad. So today I'm just locked in the house. I'm going to play a lot of Magic and enjoy myself and try to relax because tomorrow I start the travels again. And this time it's Vegas, and I'll be in Vegas, I think, until Thursday, maybe Friday. I don't think I've even booked a return trip yet. And that will be for product selection for the coming year. So I'll be figuring out what kind of products I want to stock. And I'm going to kill shadows just because I can. I'm going to be honest, I'm probably, if you're pointing out things I could have done better on any of these turns, that's fine. I'm more focused on telling the story and talking your ears off right now than I am on playing perfectly. And so it'll be Vegas for about a week, getting product right. Then I'll be back here. Then I'll be getting ready for another conference that I have, and that one will be, I'm trying to remember, Orlando, but I can't even remember the dates. I'm also, geez, oh Pete, I'm such a jerk right now. Let's see if he sacks something. He's going to, as I think he should. So yeah, it's a busy time of year for me. I don't have as much time as I'd like, as I usually do for duels and all the awesomeness that duels provides, but it's okay. And I'll be around more. And if you're one of those people, you know, who's like, hey, where'd he go? He was making all these videos, now he's not, and things like that, don't worry. I'm sure I'll be around more. It's just that time of year where I actually have to get on my hustle. I gotta grind, you know. Little peek inside my life, if you will. There's a few months that are hustle, 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 and most of the year is really chill, and I like it that way. I really do. I think most people would work about, you know, 6 to 8 weeks a year really hard to work almost 1 hour a day the rest of the year, and that's kind of the choice I made. It's kind of the life I figured out, and I dig it. And the rest of the time I get to do fun stuff. My God, this hand is just ridiculous. Oh, Gemini, if you're listening to me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Gemini. This is just silly. This is the beauty of like Acid Moss Ulamog type decks, okay, ramp decks. You don't even have to try. You can tell your life story and still just brutalize your opponent. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. Let's see if he's got the Celestial Flare. Nope, he's got Reprisal. Oh, man. And I could have walked right into a Flare there, too. Would have been pretty... I deserve to. I deserve to walk into a Flare, oh well. Oh, man. So, the moss is... Apparently, while I've been gone, moss has been growing on this Rolling Stone, because the moss has been all over me today in each game I've played. Oh, very poor jokes. Yes, yes, indeed. That's enough ramp. Let's give him the teamer. Throw. That was even, Gemini was playing the black-white control list that we both kind of worked on a bit. That kind of inherited from Random Name, who I would probably credit the original to. Him or Nighthawk, I've seen them both talk about it. And, you know, I've kind of worked on my version. I pretty much slowed up because I still don't think it has a good game against ramp. Gemini has a version that's a bit different, and that was it. But it's still ramp, ramp, ramp. Have I gotten a chance to look at the Steam Tournament deck list? Did they release the Steam Tournament deck lists? Is that up? Because if that's up, I will check that out today, and I will have a great time writing about that. That's very exciting to me. And for anybody out there who didn't know, there's a Steam tournament going on. I believe Nighthawk is the official organizer, and I've volunteered some cash prize for that, 25 pounds. I have volunteered. About 50 US bucks as part of the prize pool. So I'm contributing. My blog, Haunted Flower Duels Diaries, is contributing to the Steam prize pool. So you Steam heads, get in there and win my money and have fun doing it. Really excited to see what you guys do. And I guess all 24 of the decks are up. That is cool. I can't wait to look that over, analyze it, write about it, see who's playing what, and I can't wait to see the results. 24 participants is awesome. A bigger sample size is awesome. Getting the Steam community involved, because I'm sure that they'll have a little bit of a different take on things. That's awesome. So yeah, more tournament, and believe it or not, I am really freaking relieved that there's going to be a tournament that I don't have to play in, that I can just write about for my blog. That's Haunted Flower Duels Diaries, if anybody out there doesn't know. Pimp my stuff. Pimp your stuff. And so I'm just really excited about it, to be able to talk about it. Looking forward to that when that tournament gets rolling. And what you guys are seeing, in case you're curious, is my kind of teamer aggro deck, which is built to win the turns like 2 through 5 while most opponents are acid mossing, and it looks like we're up against ramp. So that is this might be a good test if Gemini is indeed playing ramp. But it tries to run decks that are all about that moss over. And wouldn't it be strange, right, if I'm getting mossed over here, and like, I've done so much mossing today. What I'm trying to say is, wouldn't it just be completely unfair? I've done so much mossing today, and wouldn't it be funny if the person who mosses against me gets run over by my teamer deck? Now, Gemini might have Radiant Flames, and that would be big game because he has all the mana sources. But I can't afford to play conservative, because all we need to do is draw a land, so I'm just going to make him have the flames. And if he's got it, he's got it. But in the meantime, I just need to draw a land. We'll see if I can pull this off. There's the flames. And can we draw the mana? My deck runs 26 lands. That's 20 freaking 6. So let's see how long we can get mana screwed for. And let's see if he has this is renewal to max punish me. In hindsight, probably shouldn't have played that troll. There was no reason to. I think I shouldn't have. Oh well. Life goes on. My door just got kicked. Oh, he's got another moss. That's perfect. My door just got kicked open by my dog, who's coming to check on me. Hello, Lily. How have you been? Worst part about traveling, I miss my dog when I'm gone. I really do. I love my dog. Keeps me level all the time. So, yeah, 26 lands. I drew 3, and he drew 3 mosses. So, hey, there you go. So what's that leave in the deck? 23 lands, so we're at a coin flip. Like, every draw is a coin flip. And I'm losing those coin flips. Oh well. And there's Oblivion Sower, so I've got Fortune Clock. I bet he hits 4 lands. Oh, 3. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. 3-turn clock. No. Still 4. If he has Rolling Thunder, though, it won't work. So, you know. Let's see. Draw 3 lands in a row. He has Rolling Thunder. So that's that. Won't get up there. So, guys, I don't know about you, but Magic Duels, like Magic Acid Moss, if you will, really isn't very much fun. I think you guys might have noticed, but I think I lost that game because I played that troll. If I had played the troll, no, I never would have drawn the land. I never would have drawn the land to cast the... It was a misplay, but I never would have drawn the land to cast the Firecraft. So does anybody else see a pattern here? Like, already today, it's just been moss, moss, moss. So I just, like, Magic Duels isn't very much fun, you know? It's just not cool. I mean, I guess there was a mutual agreement not to play moss. Could be more fun, but you kind of get my drift. Like, it's not fun to be mossed. It's not even very much fun to do the mossing. It just feels like you gotta do it. Yeah, and that is part of the problem. Gemini in chat says it's not fun when you're not playing moss. That's true. I mean, when you're not playing moss, you're getting mossed. or you're just not playing the most powerful options in the format, which, if you're a competitive player, it kind of becomes an addiction to be doing powerful things. That's, I think, one of the reasons. I don't think I've talked about this before, but I think one of the reasons that competitive Magic players don't play Magic duels very often or ever is because it gets addicting to do powerful things. The most recent Pro Tour, the competitors got to cast, Eldrazi Mimic on turn 1 off a Temple or Eye of Ugin. Then on turn 2, they got to play like Thought-Knot Seer or Endless One and make both their Mimics into 4/4s and just smash for 8 on turn 2. And that probably sounds like anti-competitive or anti-fun to some of the people who hear me right now, right? But the thing is, when you play competitively, you get addicted to doing powerful stuff with your hands and with your spells. You just kind of get addicted to doing really good things. And that's one of the reasons why when I play duels, I can't really settle for the subpar decks. I'm just addicted to playing decks that make powerful plays. It's what I enjoy. So, yeah. I think that's one of the main things keeping competitive players out of it. They look at this card pool and like the best things you can do, and there's no way to have 3/4/4s on turn 2 like in Modern. It's pretty common. In Standard, there's nothing as powerful as Siege Rhino, and you get one Gideon. You get a Gideon that you might be able to drop on turn 4. No Anafenzas. You don't get Rally the Ancestors for these awesome combo kills. You only get one Ulamog, so your ramp deck rarely gets to do something amazing. You have to settle for Outland Colossus, which, he's my boy, but he ain't that good. He's 5 mana for 6/6 with no ability. He would never cut it in Paper Magic for very long. It just wouldn't happen. So it's kind of depressing. And it is one of the big problems with duels. You just don't get to do as many powerful things. And it's one of the reasons you can't get mad at folks like myself who like to play the most competitive decks and competitive things and the spikes of the world. We're addicted to it. Spiking is an addiction. It's not always a choice, as funny as that sounds. It really is something that we just can't really get over. We like to play the most powerful cards, the most powerful threats, do the most powerful things available. Hakeem, hi, yeah, you missed the whole thing, dude. I don't know, do you want spoilers? You missed it. I'll put it up in a few. If you don't, I don't know if you or the other people around don't want spoilers or not, I don't know. What am I supposed to do here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I supposed to do here? I'll do that. Do I want him to block? I guess we need to do this sometime, right? Although, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Nah. There's a lot of ways I could get punished for that play if he's smart. I think everybody in here saw it, or else they wouldn't still be here. I got to take it down, and it was a moss. I woke up this morning apparently just covered in moss, and that was the story of the event. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Get the double triggers. So Beast had a Woodland Wanderer, and he had it on, I believe, turn 4 both games. And the first game was pretty interesting. He had an opportunity to trade Woodland Wanderer for Colossus, and he had just fetched or just played a white source, so it looked like he had an Angelic Edict in his hand. So I attacked with Colossus. He didn't take the trade. He let Colossus become the 12/12, and then I cast Angelic Edict, or then I cast Moss on his white source. So he didn't have the he couldn't make the trade anymore, or he couldn't cast the Edict, and I kept him off the white source for the rest of the game, and Colossus went the distance. So that was an interesting one. I really should pay attention for this type of game because, it's actually kind of complicated. But, oh well. I don't care. Get my game on. I don't think I attack either. I think I'm the control. I think I'm the control. But would I block if he attacked? If he had 2 twin bolts, would he have played that last turn differently? Yeah, he wouldn't have used the impulse because he could have impulsed the abomination. So he doesn't have another twin bolt, so I should be able to block. Okay. So that die is cast. But he's probably listening to me, so that would be a problem. So that game 1 actually had some interesting opportunities for some counterplay. He could have traded his 6/6 Wanderer for my Colossus, and he didn't, and he ended up getting pretty punished for it. And later he ended up having to block. But I did top deck that Moss the turn I played the Colossus, so I guess he didn't know it was coming. Let's see here. Game 2 was embarrassingly one-sided. It was I kept a hand that was Forest, Mountain, and From Beyond, and 3 copies of Acid Moss. 3 Acid Moss, and I was on the draw. So, you know, like I even said it as we were playing out our lands and doing nothing in the early turns as our decks do. And I said, you know, if he has Woodland Wanderer, like, I might just be dead. And he had it. So it certainly wasn't the landslide I kind of expected from there. But he got his Wanderer out, and I think I got down to 12 or something like that before I was able to cope, though, because he was out of lands after the 4th land, and the Moss bloodbath ensued, and it was intense. It was pretty rough. Let's see what he wants to do here. It was disgusting. He actually quit when I cast the 2nd Moss. And I had a 3rd one to play on the same turn. He was stuck on 3 lands, and I had 2 Moss and 8 mana in hand. It was disgusting. It was not right. It was not a, you know, it's not one of those where you message GG afterwards, because you know what you did. You know what disgusting abomination you did. That's a note for everybody. When you just totally wreck someone that way with like a disgusting draw, don't message them and say GG when it's over. It's not. You're trying. I know you think it's sportsmanship. It's not. It's like you just kind of have to be like, yep, I'm a luck sack. Sorry. I'm sorry, I'm such a luck sack. If they say GG, like Hakeem, you said GG to me after I got really lucky against you. You were a real sport about that. You know, if you want to say it, props, no worries, and you know, cool. But don't be the one to reach out and say, hey, I just like totally luck sacked you. GG, it was so good. Because they're probably thinking like you are an asshole. But, yep, 2 extreme Acid Moss draws, as the deck tends to do. 2 victories, pretty quick, and that was that. And, it's too bad. I tried to ask MegaBeast to push the game back until 1, just because I wanted to give everybody a chance to come watch it. But he said his kids and wife wanted to go to the park, and they were just waiting on him, so I didn't want to hold him up, you know, if I have the power to. If I have the power to do that and not hold him up, then I will certainly take that one for the team. So we just started right away, and I'm sorry that you had to miss it, and I'm sorry it didn't have more warning. I like to leave more warning. In the meantime, here in this game, just trying to navigate a pool of Thopters and figure out what the heck Gemini has in that hand, because it's just not casting much. And he's not hitting land drops, so you know it's action. It has to be action. So what is in there? We're trying to weed it out just by playing the way that we are and get him to get on the board, because I hate to make a big move while I don't know what my opponent is up to. This is an interesting turn. I don't need more cards, so I don't really need to deploy the tag team. So let's do this, because Thopter decks, traditionally speaking, in my recent history with them, don't have a lot of ways to cope with just a big body. So he's taking his time, we'll take our time. And he's probably listening to me, but that's fine. Okay, there's Twin Bolt number 2. Tapping things isn't gonna matter. Can I do anything with the mana? Nothing important. Okay, that's fine. I think the bigger problem for him will be the 5/5, so let's see what he can do about that. I actually think it's kind of an odd choice to use the Twin Bolt that way, since tapping him down isn't, you know, the best of my plays, since all his creatures are just kind of the little flying dork drones. I'd probably, in his space, be a lot more concerned with the 5/5, but we'll see. We'll see what he decides to do. Yeah, he's got to deal with Ob. That's clear, you know. He's got to work that Ob down. Yep, sure. You got that. Okay. Now let's get our Scryfish on. Nah. There'll be more land to draw. It's not like it's bad me hitting land drops, it's just that I'll probably draw some naturally using Ob and such. And I don't really need another one of these, but what I really want to do is find Whirler Rogue. So I'm going to keep digging for that. Because the closer we can get to that in all this action, the better. Okay. Does that do it? That doesn't. Let's just play it like this. And he's probably confused where the hell that card came from, but it's something I've been working on in this deck. I wrote an article not that long ago talking about the format and what can and should be, what's prevalent in the format, especially based on the Xbox tournament. And it did kind of point out that there's go big over the top with really huge creatures, or there's go wide with a ton of token creatures, right? So against a ton of token creatures, and against a bunch of big creatures, there are just a lot of spells that aren't very good, and you do need like some way to deal with those token creatures and such. So that's Rising Miasma for you, keeping those tokens from taking over the game. And I want you. You can kill one of them. I think I still want to just dig for that rogue. And sometimes getting like too focused in on one card is a mistake, but I think it's fair bet to just keep going for it. Hey, that's pretty good. Let's get this draw on. Go up to 3. There's okay. Think. Sorry, quiet for a second. Trying to think this one out. Just trying not to be an absolute buffoon. Yep. Do I want some life gain? Yeah, I'm pretty low. So we're gonna point that right over there. Some of the card choices are pretty interesting for aristocrats, but I actually went through and I cut out all the cards that didn't do good against Thopters or Ramp, and I tried to build around that type of concept, and it, you know, got interesting. So now we can do this. That. And keep that haste from wiping out Ob. And go searching now, because you want to do your searching before you do your scrying. And pass turn. Yep. Don't want to give him them Thopters with haste, but he's doing a good job sequencing threats, especially now that he knows I have sweepers. That 3/3 does come in. You can eat one of my 2 starfish. Not going to miss them too horribly. Starfish for dinner for the Gemini. I think I want that. That's really good. And I'm just going to keep plussing all the way down and keep that value coming. That's pretty good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yeah. So we'll just set this up. Start with the attacks. He's going to put a Thopter in front. Makes sense. Follow that with the Husk. Follow that with the Drowna. Keep that a secret. Although it's not a secret now, because I'm sure he's listening, but, you know, good habits. Your opponent can't always hear what you say. And they're not always thinking about the same things you're thinking about. Okay, he's out. So, yeah, that was a pretty interesting game. This deck usually loses to Thopters and Elves and other linear strategies, but obviously the Miasmas really helped there. The Starfish did okay. The life gain, oh, and here I am not paying attention, but the life gain from Murklurker was good. Just the size of the body on Drowner or Hope is a big game. So, yeah, it's kind of the latest Demure Aristocrats thing that I'm doing. It can still kill you on, like, turn 5, but it also can really grind you out with a bunch of these tiny advantages. And Gemini says GG. GG, Gemini. That was a tough one. That was an interesting game. Let's see how the AI decides to go about things. And not even gonna scry. Let's get in there with that Starfish, because that's, you know, how you do it. Let me check my messages. I'm supposed to play an iOS tournament game today too, but we just haven't been able to make the connection. It doesn't look like I have anything. That is one of the good things about Xbox, is the built-in communication system. You'd think iOS wouldn't be complicated either, that you could just iMessage, but people are pretty touchy about giving out their iPhone numbers, and I don't blame them. Actually, my opponent, I don't know if he's touchy about it or not. I just, I sent him mine and haven't heard from him, so maybe he's touchy about it, maybe he isn't. It would be unfair to assume. Maybe he's watching right now. Actually, I'm going to put the controller down for a bit, get something to drink, and I'm going to check out those Steam deck lists, because I'm really curious about that. So, Gemini, if you're waiting on me, please don't. I'm going to end the broadcast. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in and watching the quarterfinals of the Keem Invitational. There will be, of course, more to come. Stay tuned. No Goblins Allowed, Haunted Flower Duels Diaries, and check it out as we count down the road to the top. Yeah, that sounded way too sports commentator-ish. There's got to be. I got to work on my outros. Just for today. Later.